Alrighty then, let's talk about should the Lions go pursue Deebo Samuels. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And that subscribe button is the bell icon button. Get all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video, okay? Apparently Deebo Samuels has deleted all of 49ers emblems and logos and San Francisco 49 from his bio and stuff of that nature, man. So um I mean, obviously, receivers getting paid a lot of money now. Also, but DK Metcalf might be out there for the right price, maybe even Tyler Lockett for the right price. And you probably think more if I'm the Green Bay Packers or if I'm some of the teams that need a receiver picking late in the first round. Maybe I'm the Kansas City Chiefs. Maybe I'll give up a one and maybe something else or two ones, and you know, maybe I give those things. Or maybe if I'm those teams, I give those things up for, Deebo Samuels. When you look at the Lions, they still in a great position if they don't trade back with New Orleans, which at this point, if they're not going to take a quarterback, well, hey, why not trade back with New Orleans? You know, you can end up with a receiver. You can end up with Jordan Davis. You can end up with Daxton Hill. You can end up with all three of them type of guys or whoever else you guys want. You can still end up with like three of those type of guys and still end up with a receiver in the grand scheme of things. If you were to move back with New Orleans, people say, "Well, it's too far back to 16." Like I said before, it's the top the top of the draft talent is it's no different from the back of the second portion of the second portion of the first round. It's no big difference. Aiden Hutchinson, I don't even think he's better than Jermaine Johnson. They can go anywhere from 5 to 10. I think Jordan Davis probably could be the best player in this draft. Trayvon Walker can go anywhere from 1 to 15 or 16 because it's not everybody talking about he's an edge. He's not even a true edge. He's a true defensive end in the 3-4 or 4-3. He's a run stopper with no pass rushing meals other than to run by you. So you got a lot of talent, you got a lot of talent everywhere in this draft, bro. You continue to look at the end of the first round, the second, Brees Hall and Kenneth Walker, the third, they might go down as the best players in this draft. Perhaps you never know. George Pickens and Rob, was it the Meacham kid? You simply got a ton of options. It's a ton of talent. You got guys that's injured. You got guys like the dude that was it the Marvin or Lee Marvin from Texas A&M. He was a first round talent. You know what I'm saying? He was a first round talent, bro. And now he in the second round or wherever you can go. George Karlaftis, he was a top five talent coming into the combine process that go anywhere from 15 to the back half of the first round, maybe late second. Who knows? So like I said before, everybody making this big thing that they say a lot of elite talent at the top of the draft, like Peyton Manning or Cam Newton, Von Miller, Khalil Mack, guys like that. I perhaps don't see that. I like Malik Willis. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying it for a long time about Malik Willis, bro. I've been saying it for a long time, bro. Like I said before, not everybody want to jump on that bandwagon because Hutchinson may not be there or may not be somebody else there. But it is what it is. So if they're not gonna take the quarterback, I'll move back with New Orleans, take 16, take 19, take 49, and I want some extra compensation, maybe a fourth or third this year or next year. And if it's next year, then I probably want a future second or something like that. So I mean, like I said before, everybody got their opinion. But as far as on Deebo Samuels, you got to pay on record breaking numbers, and really historically, you don't pay receivers a lot of money. Simple as that. But this may be this may be in the time where you make an exception, because the Lions they've deprived of top talent. That's a fact. They are deprived of top talent. So you gotta get it where you can get it at. And like I said before, Deebo Samuels, hell of a football player. Tough, everything you want in the line. And go inside the slot, outside. Can use him like you use Golden Tate in the backfield. That's what he is. He's a super Golden Tate. You know. He's a hell of a utensil. I mean, you got another guy that kind of remind me of him too, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Two tough, knockout, drag out, you know what I'm saying? Type of guys. You know, but it's pros and cons of the Lions trading for Deebo Samuels. They said could the Lions be on the way? Deebo Samuels be on his way out of San Francisco earlier this week. The star 49er receiver removed the 49 profile photo of his Instagram profile and followed the team on popular social media platforms. Deebo Samuels removed his 49er profile picture and followed the team and has deleted 80 posts, was at 248, now 164 from his Instagram account. Deebo Samuels enters his final year of his rookie contract. Could mean something, could be trolling, but it happened. See all that shit going right. Samuels also set to enter his final year of rookie campaign. We know this, we know this, we know that. So I mean, you know, it says Samuel. Hold on. It says, yeah, don't forget, get your hopes up. Lions fan Samuel's likely too pricey for Detroit Lions general manager, liking from both a trade compensation and contract demand perspective. He said Samuel's basically revolutionized how offenses are run, and the 49ers expected to be a Super Bowl contender once again this coming season. So any kind of trade offer would be a Swiss Army knife offensive weapon, would be more than likely to include multiple draft picks. And although Brad Holmes have 9 total picks at a disposal in April's draft, I believe the organization will be hard pressed to part ways with valuable draft capital of players that's in the last year of contracts. Speaking of contracts, Samuel seeking a new long-term deal and market value according to Sports Tracker, $22.4 million a year. As evidenced by the Lions' conservative approach for free agency this offseason, I don't expect the franchise to be willing to meet such demands, no matter how much the game is changing. Players Samuels would be for Dan Campbell's offense. You know why? You know they won't go for guys like Deebo Samuels. You want to know why? You know, you want to know why? You know, they not gonna do that because one, they don't believe in a quarterback. If they believed in a quarterback, they would too. They know they're going to find a quarterback and spend money on a quarterback eventually. And three, they know they're not close, no matter how many Lion fans believe that this organization is close to winning anything. They not. They know they're not close. They know they don't have a quarterback to get him the ball, and they know they got some more furniture to move around this franchise. As simple as that. They have a ton of furniture to continue to move around this franchise. So, I mean, um, simply that. It's simply that. You know, so it is simply that. So all you just keep remembering that too, bro. They did not. They know they're not close. That's why they being cheap. They don't plan on winning right now. They don't plan on picking a franchise quarterback no time soon. I'm trying to tell y'all that, you know, and that's cool. They're gonna build this thing slow and steady. They probably gonna continue to build the trenches, and we're gonna go on 2 decades of building trenches. If it don't work out, man, I don't hear nothing else about building trenches. I don't hear nothing else about it, honestly, because they've been building the trenches for the last 12 years, damn near, and they continue to do it, you know, under the you know, you know, you know. So I mean, it is what it is. You know, me personally, I'm at the point where I'm willing to trade. I didn't see so many the bad I didn't see so many bad drafts. I'm willing to trade picks for capital. I'm willing to trade picks for known commodities. I'm willing to trade picks. Um, I'm willing to trade picks. Um, I'm willing to trade picks for elite talent. I'm willing to take the route that I'm willing to take the route that the Rams took. Well, at this point, I'm willing, but then when you take that route, you really got to hit on third, fourth, fifth, sixth round picks, and not for a while, the Lions have been hitting on them type of picks. They have been hitting on those type of picks. So that's something to look at. They have been hitting on those type of picks, bro. So I mean, that is what it is. But I won't mind it, but you got to pay them. And historically, You don't really pay those type of players. You don't. You know. You don't pay them type of players. So your receivers. You just continue to draft, and if you got somebody dominant like Calvin Johnson, you pay him. But I mean, I guess Sam was dominant, has a little knick-knack injuries as most receivers do. I mean, him or DK Metcalf, I like that. I'm gonna put that as a poll. Which receiver would you like to trade for more? But at this point, you don't have a quarterback. You don't have a lot of things in place. You don't have a quarterback. You don't have elite talent. If I'm gonna go trade for an elite talent, it's gonna be an inside linebacker. It's gonna be an edge. It's gonna be a safety. It's gonna be a guard, baby, or it's gonna maybe not so much a guard, but it's gonna be maybe a quarterback. One amongst those things more than a receiver. I think they got to get a few more things in place, and then you're in a great place if you stay where you at in the draft, or if you maneuver around the draft. You are in a great place to you are in a great place to find to receiver. In this draft, they should walk away with two receivers. Or they could walk away with two receivers. Not sure they should, but Pickens, Johan Dotson, a lot of people like him. The Scott Walker from Western Michigan. It's a lot of guys. Wandale, was it Robinson from Kentucky? I mean, it's a lot of different guys you should maybe end up with. But you say, well, what do the Lions need? What does the Lions need at receiver, and what kind of quality you looking for a receiver? They need. You looking what they got now. They need somebody that mimic what DJ Shark do. They need somebody, if it's developmental, he can split shot snaps with DJ Shark. Something that kind of remind you of Reynolds and Shark. That's what they need. That's what they need. You know, Somebody got nice height, can stretch the field with a lot of speed, get down the field, get those balls, high point those balls. And also, somebody that can do everything, go over the middle. They need a Terrell Owens type of guy. More than Reynolds and Shark. You need somebody that's big enough and strong enough to go over the middle, stretch the field, but stretch the field what they got. You talking about Hawkinson working underneath, talking about Ahmad Rye working underneath. You really just need to continue to get guys to stretch the field. The more they can stretch the field, the better. Honestly. They can be complete receiver like Terrell Owens, that's perfect. But you really looking for guys to like George Pickens, you know what I'm saying? He probably, probably a guy like that. But you talk more Terrell Owens, you probably talk about more Traylon Burks. Somebody who can get down the field, who kind of a little not faster, but can break some tackles underneath, and good athlete underneath. So yeah, I mean, you're looking for Traylon Burks, a George Pickens type of guy, some one of those type of guys out there. You're looking to really big outside receiver. Maybe find a guy like Marvin Harrison could just dominate in the outside. You can use that too. Over the top. You really need speed. That's the thing for the Lions. These drafts coming up and these off seasons coming up, you need speed. You need elite talent, and you need depth. That's what you need. You need elite talent, depth, and speed is what they should be looking for. You know what I'm saying? And they can use speed all over this damn team. They can use speed at the wide receiver. They need some more speed at the backfield to back up DeAndre Swift. And they continue to get faster at safeties, faster at line. That's the one thing about Daxton Hill. You know what I'm saying? Is that, he would bring a great amount of speed in the back half of that defense, which would be amazing. So something to look at, man. But yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think about Deebo Samuels, possibly bringing in Metcalf too. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I just don't think it's the proper time to do so. But you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If a business question, inquiry, sponsor, video request, all my social media links, description. Twitter's the fast one, Facebook and Instagram. If you want to reach out for draft spotlight video request, regular video request, chop it up, whatever it may be. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. All my social media links there as well too. Everything in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Shout out Detroit Lions top players. More videos like this. One time for one time. Peace.